Good afternoon. I'm Sherry Satterwhite. We are here today with our weekly market bite, and I have a wonderful guest, Red White,
Thank
that
you.
I've had the honor of working with for years. And I have asked him to come today and share his wealth of knowledge. For those of you that don't know him, he is a general contractor here in Carteret County, and I talk with him weekly
Yes.
or bi-weekly
Yes.
as need be for my clients, both my sellers and my buyers. And I have asked him to come today to share some information about maintaining your home and what that might look like as it relates to selling your home. So I'm going to ask Red some questions and get him to fill us in on what he feels are important issues and what he and his company do that can help you as you begin to look at possibly putting your home on the market. Red, can you tell them a little bit about what you do as far as relating to crawl spaces and attics and what you deem the most important issues?
We do excuse me, crawl space and attic remediation. If there's an imminent problem, we go in and look for the source and the cure.
Mhm.
Crawl spaces particularly, they are such an unattended space and the most important space in the house. Really, attics can be left alone. They either block heat or don't block heat. There's either enough insulation or there's not. The only recommendation I would offer you for an attic is just stick your head up there. If you see any dark spots, you got a leak. If you don't see any
Oh,
dark
okay.
spots, you're good.
Mhm,
Leave it alone.
mhm.
Crawl spaces, we go in and normally when there's been a problem and try to discover what was the source of the problem and how to eliminate the problem, how to repair what has occurred with the problem. So joists, ground covers, dehumidifiers, all those things are incorporated in that, and we try to encourage less. Less is more. We don't use dehumidifiers. We don't use vapor barriers. We try to eliminate the problem without that. General maintenance, you and I discussed that a few minutes ago. If a homeowner can walk out in the yard and look at the roof, if you have roof shingles that are curled, you need a new roof.
Mhm.
If the grains are missing, there's no problem with that. Leave that alone. Look at the paint and trim and caulk around the windows. That's the
Mhm.
greatest source of
That's
wind-driven rain.
exactly.
And specifically, um, just walk around the house and ensure that you don't have any visible openings. Squirrels and birds love dryer vent openings,
They sure do.
whether they're in a soffit or through a house. They love it.
They
Particularly
love
when they
making nests in
they
them.
do that. They do that. Then they make love, and there's more of them. There's 4 to 6 of them. So you got to be careful with that. But there's so many things that one can look at on their own, and they can call contractors like me. I'm a licensed contractor. You
Mhm.
can call us and have us look at a problem, and most of us don't charge for that. If you think you have a situation, we can determine whether you really do or not.
Right. Well, I know that we have encouraged a lot of our sellers to have a home inspection ahead of time. And of course, I always send those to you to take a look and see what you deem as the real issues. And I always encourage anyone looking at selling their home to have you come out ahead of time and take a look underneath. I know Jeffrey is your go to in terms of going up under the houses, and he can assess pretty easily if there are structural issues, if there are piers that need to be resupported, and any other thing in terms of light to heavy mold, those sorts of issues that you can address ahead of time. And I
Yes,
think that becomes really important to our sellers so that they know what they might be facing ahead of time.
yes. I just did a report for a lady in Beaufort going to sell her father's old home, and she asked me to assess the needs for repairs and submit that.
Mhm.
She chose to not do the repairs, but she has that for prospective buyer, which is a good idea.
Right.
And they'll have a home inspector come behind me. But I've been in construction 57 or 58 years. Having built from the ground up lets me understand what is necessary to maintain a structure. Home inspectors are excellent for finding situations that are occurring,
Sure.
negative or positive,
Sure.
but they don't build.
Mhm.
So a licensed contractor is an asset in that he can look at the structure and say, this is going to be a problem short term or long term.
Right.
And we'd be glad to do that. We don't charge for inspections, and I don't know anyone that does actually, except a home inspector.
Right.
But an engineer is the only one above us with a license greater than mine that can determine structural integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, my license suffices, and the building inspector under us. So there are layers of people that can help you adjudicate what you need and don't need to do. Don't spend money superfluously. Ask somebody that knows.
I agree. Well, thank you for your time and your expertise.
You're welcome.
And we will pass this along to our clients, and we will put your information on this website to make it available to our clients. And I thank you again for joining us
Thank
today.
you. I've enjoyed this. Thank you. Next time I'll bring donuts.
Oh, good. See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.